second time in a minute. Oh, there we go. We got Pineal's back.
How are you, brothers and sisters?
Hey, brother.
Hey, brother.
So what do you got for us, Pineal?
We had an interesting panel, P-anal, last night. I guess there were other interesting panels going on that I wasn't aware of. And I think I'm glad that I wasn't made aware of them, it sounds like.
Yeah, you didn't miss anything, as always.
Yeah. You know, it's incredible when you find yourself 30, 60, sometimes even, admittedly, minutes into completely wasting your time, energy, and attention paying any mind to these panel-verse, nonsensical, asinine, imbecilic interactions. And you just have to ask yourself, what am I doing here? Is this real?
I don't have to do this anymore. I just keep telling
Right.
myself that once per day.
You know, can someone remind me who that came from, where that came from? Because it slipped my mind. I know it was just the other day, but what was the origination point of that? What was the
I don't
origin
know, but
point?
his face is always like this.
Who?
I don't know, but that's just what I remember from him. He's like this.
Oh, the new guy. That's right. It was the new guy, right? It was the Z guy, the new Z guy.
No, that was Ziggy. That wasn't Ziggy. That was different.
Joseph or something is his name.
Very unforgettable.
Joseph. Well, I guess that speaks volumes. The sheer forgetfulness of whoever the character was. Worth forgetting is what I meant to say.
So you went on the roof to learn roofing?
What are you talking about? Yeah, yesterday.
That's what you said?
Yeah, yesterday.
What the fuck am I talking about, you skinny freak?
This is off topic, but yeah. Hey, just because you got a muffin top, this doesn't mean, and I don't, you know what I mean? Doesn't mean I'm a skinny freak.
So what did you do? You went up on the roof and what? Said, can you guys show me some stuff? What happened?
No, I just kind of watched, and I mean, I asked a couple questions as far as like the what they were doing to patch up some problem spots. The only reason they came was because it was a repair. It was some repair work. It was not like we got a new roof or anything. That shit's a fortune. That shit's fucking ridiculous, man. But yeah, there were some holes in the roof. It'd been there for a while, and it just was out of hand because there's one area where it was leaking into the house. And
I don't care about your roof. I want to know about you potentially learning the roofing shit.
Yeah, it's not necessarily something I want, particularly that I want to embark on. Roofing.
I don't give a fuck.
South Florida.
Hey, you know, Brian, I'll give you something. I'll give you something more interesting because Pineal was just going to say something about complaining. He just wants to do some horrible broadcast. One thing I was thinking about, I was learning about how there's guys over in Vietnam, dude. They'll build a fucking house for like $20K, and like everything included. And I got my large nose sniffing around, and I'm like, I got to figure out how to lawfully get these guys over onto the U.S. Because then we can just build houses for like way cheaper than the current pieces of garbage, because it's like so fucking so fucking expensive. You pay $20K just for a roof, like not even the whole house. They'll build the whole house for $20K.
Those are called Mexicans over here.
Yes, they get that.
Yeah, we already have those people. They're plentiful. You gotta look harder.
They're getting a bit bougie though. They know people will pay X. So they charge X times.
They're getting bougie. We want 40,000. No longer 20. We want 40.
Yeah. Yo, Paul, you know the fucking Italian.
Now, Julio, don't get too big for your britches, all right? I'll send you right back.
You know the white folks on the U.S. They love killing the Italians and the Irishmen when we just came over because of shit like that.
The biggest of Europe. We're the ones that they abuse and throw in prison anyway, right? We were the first.
Yeah, but at least like I wasn't some white guy killing Italians. I mean, I guess I was an Italian killing other Italians, 500 years ago. But you know, if you look at the original Italians that came over in the boat, they were getting scammed by other Italians, and then they just got stuck in the U.S. And then they're just like, oh, these guys are good workers, so let's just put them to work. And then they would like have fights in Iowa and all over these places, like building mines and shit. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, everybody forgets human history is human history. It doesn't matter if it's the Chinese, the Italian, the Irish. We'll leave the Jews out of this, but pretty much everyone else, you know, worked real hard to be where they're at. Maybe even got slaved a little bit.
Yeah. O'Shea, what would your fucking ancestors say if they looked at you right now with all the opportunities you had? You think they'd be proud?
Fuck you, Timmy.
I'm sorry, brother. I don't know why.
Get your ass over here from Vietnam instead of fucking.
Dude, you know what? I had the fucking this cringeful feeling yesterday when we were talking to that fucking, I don't even remember his name. The guy who was just the guy that you don't have to do anything this anymore. That guy. I was like, this is the guy that I don't miss. I just don't miss like most of American white guys. Like I'm sorry. I just don't miss that guy. Like,
does your wife talk?
He's had some better contributions in the past. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yes, O'Shea, she does. No, she's not going to come up here, and then you're going to like.
What does she say? Yes, sir. Does she say sir after every fucking thing?
No.
Yes, Mr. Timmy. yes, Mr. Timmy. I do your laundry.
No, she's not the.
How do me and my family get visas in America? I want all them to come.
I understand the stereotype that it is funny. I do show her the Family Life clips of the Koreans driving and shit. She loves it.
Mr. Timmy, if I get visa, will I be able to meet Chris Brown?
No.
Timmy, now that I'm in America with the visa, I'm going to tell the truth. You skinny fucking Jew bitch. I'm so sick of you.
You know what I want to do? Let's open, because Kem before the storm also bet me $10,000 I couldn't get any of my family members over without visas, and I don't think I need that. So I'm gonna open. He
mailed his mother in a trunk. He won the bet.
Yeah.
Who's the idiot now? Mom, get out of the trunk and show yourself.
Let's open up a betting parlor, and we'll see what happens within the year. Let's see if I'm.
That's nasty work, King.
Without a visa. Not.
And then
we can see what happens with that, and then we can do another one like 2 years out, you know, to see if the woman is still around or not. I would love to. I'll give you motherfuckers 10-1 odds. Anybody want to take it? 10-1 odds. That woman is still around me by 2025. Wait,
Mr. Timmy, can you unlock these shackles so I can leave? No, we have another 6 months for the bet. Okay.
I got a lot riding on this one, bitch. Shut up.
I want percentage of bets, or else I want all the money. You get to have your pride from winning bets. I get all the money.
Yo, they are very Jewish. It's great. She's even more Jewish than me. It's amazing. I love it.
But I'm Filipino. What do you want from me?
Like the Chinese, the Jews, and the Indians are just like the top three, but like Vietnamese is pretty close to Chinese, so she's pretty solid.
It is really interesting to be an Ashkenazi Jew. I gotta admit.
Yo, I spent $2
Timmy, can I eat this week?
Yo, I spent $2 on a cup of orange juice, and every time she just looks at me like, "Yo, I can get you like 10 pounds of oranges."
Mr. Timmy, I promise if you let me eat this week, I will not try to escape with my extra strength. Please.
Oh, man.
Now, listen, Lupa, I've bolted the bathroom window. So if you go in there, don't get any ideas. All right? You're only going to embarrass us.
This isn't going to work, guys. This isn't going to make me bring her on to show her that she's not a slave. Sorry, she actually did. She heard me on here once and was in the chat, and she was gonna start typing, but she was on one of our other accounts, and it said my name, so she didn't do it. But I told her next time she wants to, she can go ahead. Because she was like, "Who's this idiot? Who are you arguing with? Why are you even arguing with these idiots?"
She sounds like Moose's wife.
How does she sound like Moose's wife at all when some idiot was talking to me, sounding like a retard? Pick one of the retards. Oh, I understand, Brian. You don't have anyone around to like.
Yeah, Brian, you
make
fucked
sure
that one up. She
you're
sounds like the opposite of Moose's wife.
not
He's got her
wasting
chained
your
up doing all the work. It's the other way around at the other house. Moose is the one chained up doing all the work over there.
Shh. It's a public platform, sir.
My daughter, when is this skinny Jew going to get his visa? We are very annoyed with him. The family want to kill him.
Who's taking the bet? Oh wait, Brian. Oh wait, actually, yeah, Brian, get to work. Go, do the data entry slave position. Actually, you know what, Brian? Give me the details for that. I'll hire some guy for $5 an hour to do your job, and you pay us 15. You keep fuck you. You pay us 20. You keep 15 for doing nothing. I'll make 15, and that guy will make 5. Everybody's happy. You in?
Maybe. No, I don't know.
Ah, you're such a bitch.
I'd have to give you guys my.
Why, your Discord login?
What do they call this?
How do you get mail to a car? How does that work?
How what?
How do you get mail to a car you're living in? Like, how does that work? You part of the route, or like you got to fill out a form with the post office or something?
Who said anything about mail?
Recording in progress.
Who's your daddy?
Yeah, just drop it on the hood.
When did mail come? I missed the part where mail came in.
I thought he said he was sending you contracts, and I just started thinking, how's he going to send mail to you? If you're like, do they drop it on the hood? How does that? Do you put a box on the mirror or what? Like one of those old drive-ins where they clip something onto your door and then drop the mail off?
I just choose someone's address and then just camp out their house.
Come on, O'Shea, you fucking bitch. You're on here. I heard you talking on here. Oh, let's do business, dude. I come to you with 2 propositions at this point, and both times your reaction is, nah, I'm a bitch. Nah, I can't do it.
We already settled the first proposition, and your second proposition, you want me to, what do they call it? Subcontract my job.
Get with it.
No, I trust me. I thought about it, but I'll go ahead and grind it out today. Copy pasting those hand histories for the professional poker player.
All right,
making my own money. I don't need your Filipino slaves that you're. No, tell us about your program, dude. You say, tell us about these guys you fucking rough up. These fucking Filipino 3 cent an hour making fucking.
He's got a chain gang of Filipinos too weak to undo the shackles.
You scared him off, dude. Timmy ran. He went back to.
He yells at him. He does these conference calls where it's like, "What? You don't even get to speak if you didn't have 150 sales. What's up?" He gets all gangster with him and shit.
Timmy left the U.S. because here he's just another Jew, and there he's like King Tut,
slapping people around.
He's got Filipinos building great pyramids behind his house.
He's fucking a pharaoh out there. Oh, man.
Tribe says he's surprised that YouTube has such a critical mass of inactive, unskilled, effeminate, gossiping males.
He's surprised about that? That's what I expected when I came on here.
Tribe in his broadcast, 2 people, he reads slow motion. Blockhead, latent homosexual. He's trying to get me down there to fuck his wife. Weird.
I didn't even realize she was married.
You wouldn't be able to tell by his camera angle. He does that camera angle so you can't. It's some sort of security thing. He doesn't want you to see
So
the
nobody
inside
can
of
be
his house.
seen and walk up on him?
No, it's like so you can't see the like. It's a location thing because if he was to lower the camera angle, you could see the type of house. You'd be like, oh, these types of houses are in this type of neighborhood. It's a security risk thing.
Mr. Tribe, in order for me to stay, you have to renew your membership. I tell you this every month.
says,
Where's
yeah,
this
Brian
going?
could come down to
Dare I ask?
That is the
Question.
question.
You
Had
guys
an
normally
interesting
just kind of
conversation
sit
with-
over here and fucking don't say anything?
had an interesting interaction there between
The story's
Tribe
already
and-
bullshit.
Tribe and Rant. Not even so much what
Sean,
more so just
Sean,
Tribe and Rant
Sean,
last night.
Sean, it's you.
Paul, that's you, Paul. You know, it's crazy too, man. The synchronicities abound. It's like he was on the panel. He's only been on maybe 2 or 3 times, and I played the Matrix cut. I had to drop the Matrix cut on him, and of course, his soundbite starts off the video, and he's in the short too. I'm pretty sure that TCC made as a trailer, and yeah, I didn't even put 2 and 2 together, and it was crazy, man. Because I inspired it. I inspired the idea. I was the one who, and of course, Talcott wouldn't be Talcott if it wasn't. Well, he wouldn't be Talcott on YouTube. You know what I mean? He wouldn't be the Talcott that we all know if it wasn't for One Paul Enslaved. So it's like this. It's just this amazing masterpiece, like coming to fruition. Watching it all unfold is just amazing. So
9 days to a Talcottian conclusion, I'm told.
right, 9 the number of completion. So it only makes sense.
My father said he just saw Matrix Cod. He's cracking up.
Cracking up at some. Achoo!
Is that a sneeze?
No. Where the fuck is that guy at?
Yeah, it's a shame, bro. I actually kind of like Moose, despite him costing me thousands at one point, doing war on me, spreading a whole bunch of lies and narratives. I still kind of like him, and I think he's entertaining at times if he could just fucking figure out what to do and when and stop being a bitch. Oh, well, you can't take everyone with you, penile power. Can't take the hood with you.
Maybe he'll get it at some point. Takes some longer than others, so
What, a life? I don't know. I'm not holding out for it. I mean, he might get it, but he's getting long in the tooth, right? Once you get in your 40s and there's really nothing redeemable going on, you might want to hang it up, pack it in. There's always a shot, though. There's always a chance.
Yeah, that's what I think with Talcott. It's like I can't be defeatist and be like, oh, he won't change. But I don't know. I have a hard time seeing it. Like, what does it even look like when he comes around?
It looks like him being stripped of everything, suffering, being forced to do more for himself, or continue suffering and embarrassing himself, and then trying to lie his way out of it. What does it look like for everybody? Looks like him at 65 living at his mama's house that he threw out of his house. Throws his mom out, then has to go back and ask her to live there. This newsflash, the world has to work or generate value. I know this is shocking. You can't just sit around all day and smoke dope and expect things to get taken care of. Doesn't work that way. I tried for about 26 years, just sitting around smoking dope, jerking off, and manifesting. Nothing.
Not even nothing. Literally nothing. Nothing at all.
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing came out.
Mm-mm.
Man. Probably
Paul, you were doing.
Probably should have eaten more meat, man. That was the answer.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. Yeah, eat more meat, get more sleep, and things would have turned out different, most likely.
Shit. So more swine grease, rather, to be specific. Sorry.
Don Lemon was fired? Oh, man, that's breaking news. I'm going to have to add that.
About fucking time.
Hey, does Tart the Tart also realize by me going over to Grace, I was more promoting me than her? Can you figure that out? Well, you know what? Forget it. Let's not get too in depth. He's easily confused, that guy.
Yeah.
Up 30 subscribers from that interaction, which they'll probably take away, but that's okay.
You know,
Oh, last
since I'm
night
thinking about it,
after they demonetized me, the next day they went on there and said, they see now they're they're limiting themselves from their liability, but they're way too late because they know I'm going to sue them. So they demonetized me the day before. Then the next day they said, oh, just so you know, we're not pushing your videos in the algorithm. You get no access to live or the algorithms. I go, we know you've been doing all this for the last year and a half. So they sent me 2 notices detailing all the crap I've been saying they're doing and now making it official a year and a half later with no content on the channel. So got them again for Slow State and all the rest who say they're not shadow banning me. They're not interfering with monetization. They have no issue with me. Well, I got them to officially admit that they demonetized me with no content on the channel because I didn't follow policy. And I got them to admit that they don't give me access to live analytics and to power moves, they call it. It's very interesting. They say advanced power features. They say you will not be promoted in the algorithm. You will not be given a front page. You will not be allowed access to certain things because you didn't toe the line. Fuck slaves. So don't tell me I bought subscribers when I promote. Don't tell me they don't take the fucking notifications and the subscribers away after I promote and get them. And don't tell me they're not trying to interfere with me and what I say and do and my livelihood. Because they admitted it all. And the charts all show it.
Yeah, it's going to be like when they had you in that room and they're like, the Homeland Security, they're like, yeah, what's up with this Lawcock situation? They're going to have you like in Guantanamo Bay. They're going to be like, what's up with this Talcott situation? Yeah, like,
I don't think that they can tube feed pizza, so I'm probably not going to Guantanamo. It's hard to liquefy pizza and put it up someone's nose. But regardless, they got nothing. These people got nothing. I've been in the rooms with them over and over again. I've been behind the scenes with them, and they always have nothing, and I got it all. So you can say I'm crazy. You can say I'm egotistical and whatever else. I really believe that on some level, right? And I know it to be true because I've seen the results. These are people who, if they could and would, I wouldn't exist. I wouldn't be talking, right? They'd already gotten through with whatever the fuck they wanted to do to get me up out of the paint. And I'm starting to feel like, based on universal law, they can't get it done because they don't have the goods. I got them.
Yeah, I envision like a team of like at least 2 or 3 YouTube people that they assign to like talk about, watch you, like this whole legal thing. Like they got like a legal department, 2, 3 scrubs from the legal department. That's why they're like doing this whole backtracking and coming up with shit.
Yeah, it's risk management. Once you put the legal team on notice, they have their risk management people. They're already watching, but they have risk management start to limit their liabilities in various ways.
But it's so hilarious to me, like 2 or 3 like lawyers, like De Laguna type fucking retards, just watching your shit,
sitting around trying to figure out how to outplay me when I'm 10 steps ahead of them in life. These are people who had to suck dick and sell their soul in order to make a living, and they're pissed as shit that I didn't have to do that. I went the other way. I do what's true and what's right, and I speak my mind completely, and they can't stop it, and it drives them crazy. Paulie Boy gets to sit up there, smoke dope, and talk universal law and entertain and make a living. We got to put on this goofy suit every day and suck dick and sell our soul. It shouldn't be like that. No, that's exactly the way it should be. You forget who everybody or what everybody's working for or toward.
Yeah. I mean, those could be things that would be an interesting skit to make. Just that situation of a bunch of people in a conference room playing your videos, talking about you, like wearing suits, just fucking laughing at what you just said, like, what a retard, and just something there. When OTW gets
like they say, he who laughs last laughs best. And there's nothing they could do to me at this point to stop me from laughing at the coffin or in the jail cell. So they got no more power. Laugh at them at this point. Like half of me is like, what are they going to do? The other half of me laughs at it because I go, if you could have done it, you'd have done it already. You ain't got it. Bunch of bluffers. That's all they are. They bluffed everybody out of their fucking 4 aces. You're working directly with God, and you let a bunch of chumps in costumes talk you out of your worldly and otherworldly position with the truth and the word. They're bigger cowards than you, just like a bear. They're more scared of you than you are of them, but they let you trick you out of position with their growling and their huffing and puffing. I don't get scared of predators and bears when I'm living out on the land because I got 10 fucking guns around me. Don't scare me. You're in the room with me. See, and I'm not talking guns when it comes to agents because I shoot facts. The word and the truth and the pen is mightier than the gun and the sword with you two-legged predator scum.
Yeah, they say if you torture someone, like repeatedly, consistently, like eventually the person getting tortured, maybe it takes a certain personality, but like eventually they'll like laugh. Like kind of like maybe with you and your father when he was disciplining you or whatever. Like, but like if you're legit torturing someone and trying to terrorize them, but if they start laughing at it and like enjoying it and punking you on it, then the torturer loses all their power. And they basically have to stop torturing you because you flipped it on them. Like they don't get, you're not being harmed. You begin to
Right,
like,
because the only thing they have is a fear of pain and death. Once you transmute on some level a fear of pain and death, they have nothing else to move you with.
right. What is pushing all this medical suggestions? All these things people are doing. Fear, because of fear and a fear of death. Yeah.
And pain. It's not death. Folks aren't scared they're going to die. They're scared they're going to have to go sit somewhere with themselves for 30 days and go through a whole bunch of self-reflection and pain. Your cowards are scared of a little bit of pain while they create their own suffering day in and day out eternally. It's laughable.
Yeah, Crow 777 was on this Mark Sargent Karen B thing yesterday. Rose is pimping Crow 777 out, and I think she's doing it to like piss you off. She's like, "Look, I'll bring Crow. I'm running the show here. I'll bring Crow everywhere except Paul."
Yeah, people don't see through her bullshit. I'll call it out every time, and she's scared to get in the room with me. Like she's admitted. Scared to get another one sucking my feet, telling me how great I am when I don't love her enough. She even admitted it. Why won't you text me back all the time? Because we ain't fucking. We got a work relationship. I don't need to tell you how my day's been. You don't need to talk to me, but you're so used to tricking and simping with all the other men in the truth community, giving you attention and validation. When Paulie don't do it, he's a bad guy. Maybe you're just a power, attention hungry bitch who sits in the back manipulating all these beta males because you want the power without the responsibility and accountability. What a surprise, beta bitch. Beta males and beta females are a lot alike. Why don't you keep it all the way real how the reason you have me on there because I'm doing what the fuck you all ain't. While you smile and smirk and talk all that shit and sell tickets. Give me a break. They got to run around looking for content because they ain't the content, because they ain't content with themselves and their life. So they got to run around looking for the next sideshow to put on, talk about them instead of talk about who they are and what they're doing and not doing. Got a lot of commonalities in this woof movement. Bunch of cowards and frauds. Little truth, ironically.
But Paul, the lunar wave on the moon, Paul.
Yeah, tell me all about it.
Yeah, the Crow 777's talked about it. We got to get to land and we got to make alliances and shit's getting real.
Hi guys. Bodyguard. A gorilla-like ending. Beginning. That's me. They keep talking about what the fuck showed up 6'3", 280 in their face yelling every day. Where is it? What do we do? How do we get it? Hi. Hey guys. I show up like your boy, Tony Cuerlos. It's beyond laughable and embarrassing. They don't want to do it. They're not planning on doing it. They're pretending they don't know how it's done because they're punk ass, comfortable cowards in their cities and suburbs just talking. They ain't living it. They ain't gonna be the ones to create the solutions. They're gonna wait for daddy to do it. And then they're going to criticize it or do interviews about it, but they're never going to be it. Haven't you all figured it out by now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fuck you.
You're way late in the game for talking about what motherfuckers are going to start doing that they haven't done yet, but they've been talking for decades. Zach Hubbard and the rest of you. I've been at ground zero for a decade. We've got up to 100 people now. Suck my dick in public. I could come up with 100 slaves in 5 seconds. Where does it lead to? Just like I asked him that day, and he went like this. Because he knows I'm right. You're just talking and holding up signs and taking money. You ain't doing nothing and living nothing and changing nothing.
Archaics, Mark Passio, Crow 777, Witsit gets
All
it.
of them, all of them, all of them. And that's why I'm the anathema in this community. That's why everyone talks about me indirectly now. I go on Facebook, and every time I say something toward these people, I got 50 people on Facebook who won't address it directly, but talk subliminally about it. More attacks on the truth community from supposed leaders. I was never a leader of a truth community. I lead in truth. You guys are a bunch of liars and grifters and frauds. I ain't a leader in your community. I was brought into the community because I live the truth more than the rest of you. And I burned it to the ground with the truth and the light of truth. And you don't like it because it's bad for your business. Don't give a fuck. We didn't come in this for hobbies and business. If you did, you should have never fucked with me. See, if you come in any venue for the wrong reasons, don't play or get in the room with the one who's there for the right reasons, because you're going to get exposed by proxy, directly or indirectly, dummies. And you were so desperate for the content, you brought the Trojan gorilla in to pop out and expose everyone for exactly what the fuck it's been. That's exactly what the audience and the people needed. I'm working for God and them, not the rest of you and whatever you're about. Don't give a fuck.
Yep. And all you people in chat that still go to these channels, Brian Staveley and this, who won't fucking touch Paul with a 10-foot pole, you fucking dumb fucks. This is a time like this, like Crow said, all you Crow fucking fans who still subscribe to him and send him $7, $8 a month. But he, creating a line, get on the land. Fuck. All you fucks, Witsit gets it. Mark Passio, Karen B. Mark Sargent, Karen B. All you guys that still watch this shit and then watch us at the same time, fuck you. You should be saying Paul's your daddy all day, every day in their chats. If you're going to show up there, if not, just leave him be.
Who's your daddy?
What the fuck else can I call out? You guys know what I'm talking about. Every guest that Z's had on, he thinks that is a somebody. Well, this guy's a somebody. He's got 100,000 viewers. Fuck out of here. And how many of you are still going over to Z's panel too? That come here, go to Z's. What the fuck are you doing over there?
Playing house, pretending.
I see a lot of the same faces at a lot of these. I don't even go to anywhere else, but like times I happen to. I see a lot of the same faces in the same chats and not people not coming up on panel. Hey, Paul, I think I really like that idea of maybe turning off the chat for a day and watching these people just, I wonder what they do. I wonder what the numbers look like when you do that. Where are they going to go?
Right. They might leave me. They might leave me because it's not about me. It's not about the truth. It's not about what we're going to do individually or together. It's about a place to hang out and feel something. They might leave and not come back.
Good. Turn the chat off permanently, maybe. What are they going to do? Go. The numbers are going to be low because there's no chat? Why? You can't just sit there and fucking absorb the information. You got to be distracted with chat. You're not even listening to the fucking information you're chatting so much.
No, they're looking for the community that's not existing in the chat boxes where it's not being created. Looking for another peer group to hang with.
So what do you think? You think you might actually turn the chat off for a day or a few hours?
I don't know, man. I kind of like the chat and interacting with it, but there are days when I'm in certain modes and it becomes overwhelmingly clear that most of us are not there for the same reasons. It would seem. Like I have my own reasons, various reasons for coming on here, and it seems oftentimes many folks who are there regularly are not there for the same reason. Ultimately, I'm not really too sure what they're there for.
If you never come up on panel, you're in chat, like, it's not good. Like, what are you doing?
Like, even from the side of worshiping me and idolizing me, like, I'm kind of tired of that shit too. Tired of me being Lucifer and the God of all creation, like all at the same time. I set myself up for that by doing the bit non-bit God of all media, but it's like you do this and you get these responses and reactions that you do, and then watch what people do and don't do, and you go, this is like beyond fascinating. The various social and power dynamics and value dynamics and all the rest of it. It's beyond fascinating and troubling.
Who's your daddy?
What?
I'm your daddy.
Need the
Pineal.
soundboard, man. I don't know about that.
Creepy uncle
dad was
Paul's
much
your
fatter.
daddy.
He may be fat, sir, but my dad was.
I know you love me though, Pineal. There's certain freaks that fucking love me, dude. I know it's Pineal. I know Snafu loves me.
Everybody loves you, Brian O'Shea. Come on.
Yeah,
Hard to
but
hate
some
O'Shea.
people really love me, dude. Pineal's
You're
one
like
of them.
Talcott, except you're self-deprecating.
And defecating as well. In his car.
Yeah, you're self-defecating and self-deprecating.
Self-urinating.
Which again is like Talcott. He did get the name Skid Mark, so he's also self-defecating.
Skid Row? Skid Mark? Someone should do a Skid Row.
Did the market drop? Oh man, I'm not even gonna talk about it. It's not the place.
I got a few extra $100 to throw around. You think I should slap a couple $100 on Bitcoin?
Listen, bro. I'm skimming off the top every few weeks and then waiting for it to
Do it! Just do it!
Wow.
Is that OTW? Great job.
All right, let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
I think that's the
Yeah, so my mom is sending me money. I won't answer her calls or texts. I'm so worried. She's sending money into my account. I half want to send it back. Fucking.
What's your problem with her exactly? What's your deal?
She's she has that what do you call it? That spirit,
Devouring mama.
Dude, it's all the classic thing. She has the toxic shame and the toxic guilt that she won't process for herself. She has to project it onto me. And so when she gets in conversations with me, instead of addressing her issues, she wants me to absorb her issues and to be an abuse thing. And when I pull back from that, she refuses to think it has anything to do with her. And it's all on me why I'm not responding. It's like Talcott. She's the Talcott. It's like Talcott reaching out to his family and them not responding. My mom is the same shit. She doesn't realize she won't look at herself at all the way Talcott won't look at himself. She refuses to. It'd be too painful. It would shatter her whole paradigm. The whole family, they put her on a pedestal. She was a piece of shit.
That's
dude.
you, Brian. That's you.
She was a selfish piece of shit.
That's you.
Just like your dad. It's the same thing as your dad, Paul. They're selfish fucking pieces of shit.
Are you not hearing the that's you from Mitchell?
Mama, I'm a criminal.
All right, LTW, you're really sound effect heavy all of a sudden. Would you wake up back there?
No,
I
it's
handed it to
Pineal. I let Pineal handle the soundboard.
Why would you ever do that? The kid has constant ADHD. He looks around the room fidgeting. He can't stay focused. And you're gonna. This is what I mean, man. This is a great choice. Out of all the people you shouldn't have given it to, there was the one person you definitely shouldn't have given the soundboard to. You gave it to him.
It's okay.
Yes, yes, I did hear Mitchell saying that's you, and I understand that you were hoping that would trigger me, but it's not. And it's like,
no, I'm not hoping it'll trigger you, man. I'm just hoping that at some point, you're almost 50 years old. You're gonna have to get over blaming your mother for all your problems. She's actually, really the one that has been there for you more than anyone, apparently.
Right, but you're not seeing the other side. You're not seeing the other side of the dynamic he's talking about. It's a common thing with this devouring mother archetype where the man doesn't become anything long term because he's so devoured by a mama who projects all of these things onto him that he then has to accept in order to receive her love and validation. So oftentimes,
for love and validation. Why can't at 50 years old you fucking go do your own damn thing?
But she's showing it in the fact that he's saying, I don't want to speak with you. I don't want contact. And she can't accept it and starts giving money to manipulate the outcome.
Well, because that's probably what
he's
works.
50. It's probably what works. No, it's worked against him. That's why he is in the position he's in.
It's worked against him, but that's his
She
responsibility.
doesn't know how to mind her own self and life and business. I'd bet anything on it, and is constantly
driving her
worrying about
car.
him and projecting. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
What
it
does what does using someone's property have to do with the emotional relationship or not?
Okay, then what's the problem with her giving him money?
You're just like my father. Like he said, you think because someone takes something from someone to use it to better their life means that they have an implicit in emotionally to be validated or invalidated and have this constant back and forth scenario. Not everyone wants that. It's draining to a lot of us. So again, is he to blame because he keeps feeding into it and taking her shit, knowing where it's going to lead? Yeah, in a way. But like he said, at some point, she's got to take a step back. He's 50 years old. If you're going to help him, help him. If he wants to be left alone to rise or fall, then you respect that. And a lot of these bitches got nothing else to do all day than find a man, even if it's their son, to validate or invalidate them. And it's exhausting. You don't know that dynamic? You've never seen that? You don't think that's a common thing with a lot of these mothers and sons? It's 101
I know he's been coming on here for a year and a half complaining about his mother and the abuse, and yet he won't step away and man up and go off on his own and do his own thing. So,
I just called it out from both sides as far as I can see it. If you see anything else.
And I'm not disagreeing with you. Yeah, it is this and that. You're right.
It's a back and forth like it usually is, dysfunctional dynamic. But let's be real. What came first? Right. And then after a certain point, he's old enough to say, well, this shit was here already. I see the dynamics. I see how it works. Now I got to go off on my own. And maybe I got to go no contact for a time if I'm claiming that this woman is XYZ. And part of no contact means you can't accept gifts and benefits. Because you know with these people, like my father, the more you let them help you when you didn't ask, the more they're going to turn around and use it against you as some kind of a judgment or a power card on you, if that's what's being done. I don't know because I don't talk to her and I don't deal with you two. Maybe she's not doing that. But if that's what you've ascertained, then yeah, there's responsibility and accountability on both sides. So you keep feeding into it, you keep relying on her and them, and then you keep bitching about how it feels, well, then you're going to be in the same loop perpetually, right? Till you decide to completely make it on your own and say, thanks, but no thanks. I'm going to do what I need to do. And if you guys get it together, great. If not, I'm going to love you from a distance because this is not nurturing to me. It's draining and dysfunctional.
Yeah, she's sending me money without even asking. And it's like, I don't even know how to send it back, though.
Right,
like,
because she may know you need it. The problem is if you don't want it, whether you need it or not, doesn't matter. She's your mama, always going to be in a way, right? Like they like to say. But then at some point, you got to create the boundary. Listen, Ma, I appreciate you looking out for me. You know I'm a needy fuck, and I don't appropriate my funds properly. But not for nothing, I'm 50 years old at this point, and I appreciate the gesture. Put it aside. If I'm really in need and can't make something happen, I'll come back. I can always come back. You can always leave it to me.
She said, well, she sent it because she's like, Easter's coming up. You could use, if you don't have an ID to get on a plane, she's like, you could take a bus or a whatever the fuck. So she sent the money like, oh, you could use this money to come visit the family. But that's the last fucking thing I should do, dude, because they.
Right, okay. Oh, you're right. So there's a manipulation subtly there. Hey, I'm going to give you money for whatever, and maybe you can come see the family. If you don't want to see the family, giving you money is not going to change that. And there's an expectation because, hey, I gave you the money. Why didn't you show up? No, we're not going to play that game. Either you want to go or you don't. If you don't, you got your own reasons. Maybe you're wrong down the road and you'll think better about it. Maybe this is just what you need right now. So she has to respect those boundaries and wishes, but you have to hold to them. You got to set your marker and enforce it.
Yeah, because she sent the text this morning. Brian, you're not responding to any of my texts or anything for months now. And
well, that ain't right either necessarily, bro. For her to not know where you are and you know the way she is, not that you, again, have to get into this mode where you validate her and validate her, but, you know, it's nothing to just kind of every once in a while say, listen, I'm good. I'm doing what I need to do. You got nothing to worry about. But to go incommunicado for months at a time when you're living in a car in Vegas and she doesn't know where you are, there might be some reason on some level to presume that potentially something bad happened, right? But again, she probably has the modality of every time she doesn't get what she wants, something bad must have happened. So,
dude, this is a pattern, dude. I've been doing this on and off, no contact thing for years, dude, and she knows what the fuck's up. She's just in denial, dude. She just like she's in denial about her false shame. She has false shame and guilt and shit she won't process for herself, and she wants to project it onto me.
Maybe there's real shame and guilt for what she's done and not done regarding you. Did you ever think of that?
Well, I'm saying
maybe she looks at you in your life and says, I could have done better with him and I didn't, and neither did the daddy. So maybe there's real shame and guilt there.
Yeah, absolutely. But the monster that from when I was a child, that whatever the fuck happened to her, the shame and guilt that created the narcissist. Okay, use the word narcissist. That created the monster that she is. That created the fucking awful childhood that I had. Like that's the unprocessed shit that is still carrying on to this day. That I'm saying no.
Yeah, no, I get that. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. She was abused and got into a fear space and projected that onto you all your life, thereby, reaffirming and creating the one thing she wanted to avoid, trying to devour you and protect you from everything else in the world when she couldn't protect you from her and her dysfunction. So again, you forgive them because they know not what they do. Their past trauma and fears, they presume you have them too, so they project them onto you to try to protect you from it, right? And then it winds up creating all the things they were trying to avoid. So you just have to understand how this happens, why it happens, and then figure out how you're going to deal with it for your most beneficial process and procedure in life.
And it creates a whole dynamic.
Have some kind of care and compassion too, even though they're dysfunctional, because there's kind of a fine line there, right? Like even if you can establish, hey, don't call me, I'll call you, and I'll check in every so often to let you know everything's good to go. And then I'm not dead.
I have no responsibility to check in with an abuser, dude.
I didn't say that. It's not you're doing the thing as a mommy and a son. You're not acting like a man. You're acting like the little boy you're trying to rebel from. So as a man, should know how a woman is, not your mommy, a woman. And you should understand that if a woman cares about you, they want to hear from you from time to time just to know you're okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
Doesn't mean
it's not about you being her son and checking in with mommy. It's about she's going to die soon and you don't want to be left with the fucking guilt in between. So you do what's necessary and you do the minimum in a sense that works for you in order to keep her conscience clear, if possible.
Don't owe this demon.
I didn't say you owed it to her. If you had care and compassion, you'd do it naturally. I didn't say owed. You have resentment for her.
The care and the compassion is the no contact.
For her. So you're being dysfunctional from a resentful point of view. There's a middle ground here.
It extends from the whole family when you have a matriarch, like you have a matriarchal thing where
she's not your leader and captor at this point. You're free. You're gone. It's over. Doesn't matter what she thinks and feels. It's not real.
But it's not over if I'm contacting her saying I'm okay.
Again, in a normal relationship where you're not rebelling from normality out of resentment, that would be felt and known and it would be done. All I'm saying is if you can get yourself to a place of forgiveness and organic care and empathy, then you'll naturally do that every so often. Hey, I can figure out what it's like to be in her position and how she would look at me if she cared about me on any level. What she does with that care may be dysfunctional. She still cares about you and wants to know that you're alive and potentially living your life.
Dude. That's the point. These fuckers want me dead.
Well, then don't talk to her no more, O'Shea. What do you want me to tell you? She doesn't love you at all. Doesn't care about you.
Fucking shit.
Okay. Well, then stop bitching and complaining on here and wasting your fucking life. How about that? Do something with the fucking pain and fear.
Fat fuck. Why don't you get off the weed too so you can drop
and whining about your fucking mama. You're 50.
Smoking weed all fucking day and as a fat pig.
You're damn right. You're damn right. I just smoked your fucking stage fee the last hour.
Good. You never been on stage, have you, funny man?
I've been on stage a half a dozen
Not
times.
for
You must have not
comedy, a
listened or
stand-up
watched.
comedian, bitch.
Yeah, I wasn't there to be a clown. I was there to save souls,
Yeah,
dummy.
because all stand-up comedians are clowns, you fat
Yeah,
pig.
they're sad, fucking twisted clowns who've never resolved their
you
inner
want to
faith.
do it.
Have you not
You
noticed?
said you want to do it.
Have you not noticed all your comedian buddies and you are sad, twisted clowns who haven't resolved themselves and actualized in life?
Then why do you want to do it? Why do you want to get on stage and do stand-up comedy, piggy?
For self-development and self-growth?
For self-development.
You're there to be laughed at. I'm there to go to the next level. That's the difference between us. You're there to be validated. I'm there to invalidate all the fears I have. Dummy.
Get off the weed. Drop a few pounds.
Tell me what the fuck to do. You got no business telling me on any level what to do or be. You got some nerve.
Dig
Hey,
a hole,
dumbass.
fatty. Dig a hole for once. Why'd they kick you off the land?
You forget I'm the guy who wrote you your best joke that you performed on stage. You act like I couldn't do what you do and do it better than you do it right off the bat. Who are you convincing right now? Yourself, me, or the audience?
Why'd you get kicked off the land?
I didn't get kicked off the land. You're listening to a little bit too much Illuma Tommy. I chose to go back to another land to co-create with a woman and to enjoy a new town that I'm interested in and travel. I didn't get kicked out of everywhere I go like you. That's you, not me. We're going back to the land within a month. More lies, more spins, more repeating of other disturbed people online's false narratives. Great job.
Why'd they unplug your electricity that day when you plugged it on stream?
It wasn't them. It was the people who owned the property that the person I was with was renting. There's 3 properties. 2 of them are owned by that person. The one we were staying on was being rented. So when we were moving out of there, the guy who owned the property came over there and unplugged the extension cord. Making things up again, O'Shea? Presuming and projecting like your mama? So you can write a narrative and take power over somebody else instead of taking power over yourself? You're just like your mama, huh? Gossiping, lying, projecting, and trying to play power games. The apple don't fall far from the tree. Get it right sometime. If you're going to tell the story, get it right.
Isn't that what you do all day, is make presumptions on here? Isn't that the name of your game?
Absolutely, that's what I do. I make presumption because I'm with a bunch of cowardly liars who won't tell me the truth directly. So I presume and assume like an administrator at court does, and I get you caught up in your lies and lack of conviction. Then I convict you with your own words. That's exactly what I do. You haven't noticed? You've been here long enough to know the rap.
Can't put the weed down for an hour, 24 hours, 48? Can't do that?
Well, that's interesting because you watched me over the past 2 weeks do 3 to 4 hour broadcasts where I wasn't using the cannabis. Did you forget that?
I remember.
Right. Pepper Charm remembers. I can do whatever I want to do. If I don't want to stop smoking weed, I won't. Guess what? Smoking weed doesn't make my life unmanageable like yours. You have to stop smoking weed every 2 weeks because it apparently ruins your whole life. You're such a weak bitch. That's the difference between us. I can chief 10 fucking blunts a day, go on stage, go to do events, talk to the cops, get my life done, whatever I need to get done. You can't. I can jerk off twice a day and still take care of my obligations and responsibilities. You can't. So stop making false equivocations and equivalencies. I can smoke a ton of pot, burst a bunch of loads, and still be the man I need to be and not whine and cry and complain and act like my inner space and feelers runs the rest of my life. That's you because you got the spirit of your mama. We're not the same.
Are you managing the 200K that Jennifer just got?
Why would I need to manage her 200K that she just got? And you bumped up the number too. You bumped up the number too for your own purposes, maximizer, minimizer, just like a bitch.
You threw out that number. 175K is what you said it was actually is, but you.
Okay, so you just admitted I said 175. You knew it, and you bumped it up 25 for your own purposes because you argue like a deceptive bitch.
No, you're in your feelers, man. You said 200K yourself.
Why'd you throw 25 extra on top if not to give more power to the statement and make a point and get me in a gotcha? Because you argue like a fake ass, disingenuous, feeling based bitch. You don't argue from facts, you argue from feelers.
You did that, Piggy Smalls. You used the 200.
No, I didn't.
You used both numbers. You used both numbers.
That's
Piggy
hilarious.
Smalls.
What, did you just take the last 20 minutes to come up with a one-liner about me being Piggy Smalls? Hilarious. You should take your show on the road. Oh, wait, you already did, and you got nothing for it yet.
Yeah, and you've never been on stage for comedy.
You keep saying it. Keep saying it till it's true and real.
Why don't you go dig a hole?
What, to bury you in because you're dead already?
Nubs is
I'd like to
got
see
the
you try.
Nubs got the
I'd like to see you try.
Why would I need to manage her 200,000 that you know is 175? That after the rest of the nonsense and fees is probably $150.
Weren't you managing the other?
Why would I need to manage that? I'm the one who encouraged her to go and get it. Why would I need to manage it? That's for her
Didn't
to do.
you just
as a
say to
grown
Grace
woman.
or someone else the other day that that's what a man does is manage the money?
Oh, no,
in the
I didn't.
relationship?
No, I didn't. I didn't use that terminology. What I probably said was a man gives perspective to a woman in order for her to direct her value if she sees value in what you've put forth. So will she potentially take some of that value and invest it in certain things she sees me doing? Yes. Is that me managing her money, watching her books, having access to her shit? No, it's not, because I have my shit and she has hers. If I can help her get more, I will. If not, I stay in my own fucking lane because I got enough, more than I need.
Wasn't that what you were doing with that girl that cheated on you? That you were managing her money while you sat around and didn't move and didn't bathe?
Another false equivalency. I wasn't making money at the time and I wasn't spending the money I had. That's a whole different relationship. That's almost 10 years ago at this point, whatever it is, 7 years ago. You're delusional, you're distorted, you're projecting, and you're presuming based on past history that is not always an indication of future performance. So another false narrative. What does what I did 5 to 7 years ago have to do with who and what I am now and the pattern I've established for the past 2 to 3 years?
Because
what
you
does
use
one
that
have
woman
to do
for
with the other?
credibility. Because you'll bring her on and say, I was so great, and this is what I could use to show my credibility, even though I was managing her money.
I didn't bring her on, fuck slave. You're How many lies can one man tell like a bitch in one session? I didn't want her on here. I didn't know she was down there. I didn't get with her and bring her on here. She found out about what I was doing from social media, came into my chat, and I took a risk by letting her up, knowing she had a whole bunch of shit she could talk about that she chose not to focus on how I saved her motherfucking life with information. Dummy. So why don't you tell the story the way it happened?
I love how me talking about my mother turns into all this because you're such a fucking bitch.
Because you're acting like your mama.
You
That's
are.
turned into all this like it always
Jennifer's
does.
your mother. You suck Jennifer's nipples like your mother? Does she
We're
rub
on to
your head and treat
Jennifer
you like a little
now?
baby?
How
No,
many
'cause
things are you bitches gonna jump around to till something sticks like a hoe? Till you get in under my skin and get a gotcha on me. You only know everything I've told you and shown you, and you're gonna try to use it against me like a bitch does. And you're gonna use it against me by maximizing and minimizing and lying all the way. It's pathetic.
Which is what you're doing to me, fat ass.
No, I'm not. I'm calling out exactly what it is and the results, Brian Talcott.
No. Yeah, it's just all started
you
with
have
a
a life
conversation
you
with my
created and
mother.
results you haven't, and that's within your power to change or not. If you haven't, it's not me lying by calling it out.
You're the one who says you're admittedly Talcott. You were Talcott most of your life.
Right, most of my life. And then I changed myself in my life. Still waiting.
It's like, what do you want me to snap my fingers? Aren't I in the process of changing my life?
Potentially.
Oh, you don't have results. You don't have the big house and the comedy career, so you ain't shit.
How many days did you work this week? The silence is deafening.
I was fucking
That's why
working
your
on
mom is sending you Easter money, because she knows, like I know, you can't dedicate yourself to a motherfucking thing completely. So you didn't get up this week and work every day.
Maybe it's because I was on your stream for 4 hours.
You didn't reinvest. You didn't do without. And that's why you're in the same position. And that's why she's worried about you.
I'm in a
and that's
car.
why
I
she's
didn't do
giving you
without.
Easter money. Because you're a
I didn't do
needy,
without. I live in a
unthankful,
car.
ungrateful, undisciplined bitch. Just like she probably is.
I live in a car. I didn't do without. You're such a fucking pig.
You did without because you won't do. You didn't do and do without at the same time. See how that works? You're doing without because you have no other choice. You didn't have a bank full of money that you worked toward and saved and reinvested, that you chose to do without physical comforts in order to reinvest in yourself and your empire, so to speak.
Dude, I sleep in a tent. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Physical comforts? It was windy as fuck last night. I do work. I worked yesterday, you fat fucking pig.
You work one day a week in order to buy your drugs and your food.
You fucking pig. You fucking lazy bitch.
You can call me all the names you want, but I was the one walking to work 6-7 days a week, working 12-hour fucking shifts, physically moving shit, picking things up all day for $100 a day. And I did it every fucking day for 1,000 days till I had what the fuck I needed, like Marcus Aurelius told you to do. You can't do anything 1,000 days in a row other than be a bitch.
You don't think I've worked hard my whole life? You fucking...
No, I don't think you have. I think everyone who comes on here and says that is lying to themselves and everyone else. You don't know what working hard is, motherfucker. I'd bet anything on it. If I took your bitch ass out when I was doing landscaping with all the Mexicans, they said, oh my God, Paulie, we can't believe you're so fat and you up and down the hills with the big machine. 12 hours. We never seen a white boy like this. They'd say, where's Brian O'Shea in the 100-degree heat up and down the golf course? He's in the car jacking his baby meat and smoking yellow liquid. Doesn't know how to work hard. You kidding me? You don't know how to do anything hard because you're a soft-ass bitch. Don't you get that?
How much you weigh, Paul?
Enough to crush your bitch ass if I get on top of you.
You can't beat me up. If you get on top of me, I'm going to choke your ass out. I guarantee
Hey,
you.
Ryan O'Shea, we're online popping shit again. We ain't ever going to stand on, huh? Is that what it's come to?
You pig.
Is that what it's come to? You can't even beat your meat out of that car to a job to get what the fuck you need. You're going to roll around with someone with a spirit and energy like me? I doubt it.
You brought it up first. You said you touched me with your fat body.
I think you're trying to write checks right now. You can't cash.
I choke you the fuck out. What are you talking about?
You'll choke me out, right? I'll let you get behind me and put me in a chokehold, and I bet you won't be able to keep it on me. Because I'm going to buck like a bronco and throw you right the fuck off me, and I'm going to spin around and give you what for. So who are you kidding?
Show up to one jiu-jitsu class and your fat ass.
One jiu-jitsu class. Yeah, okay. Brian Karate. It's Brian Karate now, a new bit. All of a sudden, he's doing jiu-jitsu, and he's an expert in martial arts, right? Give me a fucking break.
Show up to any jiu-jitsu. You're not like this. Stop with
I'm not showing up to a jiu-jitsu class because jiu-jitsu class ain't on the street fighting, bitch boy. That's not how real fighting is done in a studio with rules and tap outs. That's not how real life works. So you again want to compete in a venue where you get special privileges, where you get pads and you get rules and you get to tap out. You get violent with me and roll around with me, you're going to be sorry you did. There's no tap out with me. I stop when I'm ready.
Jiu-jitsu is the one that's best for street fighting.
I'm not interested in what you think a street fight is because you've probably never been in one. Okay? Because if you had, you wouldn't be talking this bullshit with someone like me right now.
How many street fights have you been in?
I'm not going to play this fucking pride game with you. It's going nowhere. I'm not going to compete with you. You've already lost in life. You can't compete with me.
Yeah.
You don't get points for talking about beating up Paulie. Let's say you can get it done. Okay, you can beat me up. Now what? You still got to go back to your car, a loser failure.
When's the last time you worked out?
I'm working your bitch ass out right now. You didn't notice? I'm picking you up and putting you down like weights, throwing you around the room. This is my workout, motherfucker. I get a lot of cardio on here, talking to a bunch of bitches and setting them straight.
When's the last time you ate a pastry?
O'Shea, that's all you got on Paul, right? He's fat. Congrats, man.
Shut up, you skinny freak.
That's all you got. He's fat. He'll do
skinny
everything
bitch.
better than you can at 500 pounds if he was.
Right.
He'd still
But
do
I can
everything
fight better, fuck better, do everything better than you at 500 fucking pounds. So now what?
You don't have to do this anymore, Brian.
You don't
Anyway,
have to do this anymore. He's right.
Yeah,
That was the whole point of where this started. You can go off on me and whatever else. Don't matter to me. Doesn't mean nothing.
Yeah, Paul
The
can
crux of the
broadcast better than
conversation is what Joey F said, Joey K, whatever his name is. You don't have to do this no more. You don't have to lie to yourself and everyone else and play all these fucking games. It's going nowhere.
Paul lives in a tent better than you, lives in a car better than you, a better
Shut
comedian
up,
than you,
Timmy, you
better
fucking
broadcaster
dumb
than
fuck.
you.
You think I need you to suck Paul's dick right now in the middle of this conversation?
Someone's got to suck it. You got to hop off and let someone else get in there, huh? This is where you're not right.
Just stating the facts, Brian.
What, that you're a skinny bitch whose fucking wife does not respect you and just wants a visa?
Loser failureness. Keep deflecting. Did you retort anything that he said about you? No.
You guys just want to stick with this narrative that I'm a straight up loser, and it's just like if I don't have results by tomorrow,
You're
like
50,
I'm not on a process.
This is
I'm
Wizards
50,
rap too.
You're skinny.
Yeah.
I'm 50. You're skinny. Your wife doesn't respect you.
Again,
I'm 50.
I'm a twig. Yes, I am. I have not been working out the past couple years. I've been fucking busy, O'Shea. I've been working my dick off.
Bossing around Filipinos for 3 cents a minute, an hour.
Hey,
tell us about your group calls. Tell us about the group calls where people can't speak for fuck. Tell us about your group calls.
Which ones, you dickhead?
Tell us about.
Go ahead.
Play one of them.
What do you got, O'Shea?
My pride.
Do you?
Pride goes before the fall.
Why can't you just admit it's like, yes, I've been being a loser failure for the past 50 fucking years of my life and I've accomplished nothing and I need to get my shit together. How about that? Like, here, I'll go first. I'm a skinny fuck. I need to get back to the gym. I need to get back to snowboarding and fucking playing hockey.
All right, now I'll go. I'm slightly overweight. I need to take some pounds off, but I'm still better at everything than Brian O'Shea. See? I took accountability.
All right, now I'll go. Yeah, I'm going to spend more hours today doing the poker thing to put more hands up on Discord so that when I bill them for the hourly thing, I'll start collecting my $35 an hour for putting those things up.
You forgot the main part of the thing we were doing is you're supposed to say, yeah, I'm a loser, homeless failure who drinks my urine in a Chevy Lumina. But see, you couldn't even do that right. I just admitted I was fat. That took a lot for me to do. Timmy just admitted he's a skinny Jew like Italian. That took a lot for us to do. You're so not humbled that you didn't even give the bad part about your life. You just fucking threw in all the good parts.
All right, let me try.
You're Talcott it out right now. You're seeing only the highest good. Brian Talcott.
All right, I'm 50 years old. I live in my car. I don't have a lot of money saved up. So today,
none.
I have no money saved up. Yeah, minus my mom's 300 she sent me that I didn't have.
Right, minus the Easter money that came in the basket with the grass. Go ahead.
Today, I'm gonna.
Did she send you peeps? The chocolate peeps? All right, keep going.
Oh, send me some peeps. I'll give you.
Brian, it's Easter. I figured I'd send some peeps over. I know you love those. They're in the green basket.
And today I'm gonna do the job. And see, I don't even have to turn TaskRabbit on right now because I could just do the other job.
Yeah, see, look. This motherfucker gets a one commitment for $35 an hour. One fleeting commitment. Oh, I can just completely just turn off.
I'll just hang out. I'm getting $35 today. I don't even have to do the rest of this shit. I'll just hang out.
I can believe it.
No, I'm saying the TaskRabbit will take away from. It doesn't matter. it's all the same price. So as long as I just do
Can
this
you
job,
imagine 50 Cent going, Tony Ayo's about to like do a music video, so I'll just not write Get Rich or Die Trying. Because, you know, Lloyd Banks is like doing something today.
it's all the same price. I make $35 an hour on TaskRabbit and make $35 an hour in this. I could get all the hours I want doing this. So what's the difference?
Dude, you act like it's fucking guaranteed, like cash in the bank.
Whoa, is that O'Shea Biden?
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Killing the fucking meme game today, dude.
Fucking loser failure.
Fucking skinny bitch who's afraid to come back to America. His wife's using him to get a fucking visa.
Give me the passport, bro.
Passport, bro. Yeah, I'm a passport, bro. I'm using lawful fucking notices to fucking generate passports.
Play the conference video.
Passport, I'm generating fucking lawful passports outside the country and fucking bringing women and children back in. That's the complete opposite of the fucking.
You're human trafficking? What? I can't believe you just admitted to that.
Trafficking denotes a negative connotation, I think.
Play the conference video of you yelling at them for not that they can't speak for not selling enough.
I'm using paperwork to ship women and children back. Don't you understand?
I'm not a cop.
$40,000 per baby.
Not slavery. I promise. What do you want, O'Shea? I fucking do it with you every day on here. This is what I do with my fucking sales guys or this guy or that. I fucking yell, how many calls did you do? And my pussy was dry today. What the fuck is wrong with you? I give you all the software, the phones, the phone numbers, the fucking list, the call. You still can't call. And I didn't feel good today.
That sounds a lot like my court conversations with people. Paulie, how do we get out of court? I got court tomorrow. All right, I got to go tomorrow, and I need you to get me up on game by tomorrow. I go, well, just forget it. You already lost. What do you mean? I go, you're going to have to prepare for like months and years for that point. You can't call me the day before court and tell me, what do I do and say? I can't tell you what to do and say anyway. You got to know who and what you are and have it in you, not around you.
And what are these people selling, Timmy?
Does that even matter? Why does
yes,
that even matter?
It does. Because I'm sure it's nothing healthy. I'm sure it's just some bullshit scam fucking type shit.
Oh, really? Really?
So really? Then tell us what it is, skinny fuck.
You're just going to shit on me indirectly like that?
Yes.
Okay. So let's just go in reverse. What? Because with motherfuckers like you, I can say fucking anything right now, and you're going to have a problem with it. Fucking anything. If I say bananas, you'll say, the ones that aren't organically grown. Or like...
those are plantains, Timmy.
You know that those are from Costa Rican slaves. You're a piece of shit capital. Like, anything I fucking say, you're going to have a problem with it.
You're a Jew.
Are you getting triggered? You're getting triggered. I'm sure if it was like fucking...
I'm preempting your bullshit objection that I know you're going to have.
Well, then what is it?
Again, it doesn't matter. I sell software. I sell marketing. I sell fucking information. What the fuck? Anything that I sell, like whatever I say, you're gonna have a problem with it. Marketing? Oh, he's a marketer. He's a propagandist. Information? Oh, it should be free. Oh, the God gave us.
You're getting Filipinos to work for 20 cents an hour. You're a slave trader.
Virtual assistants. That's yeah.
Do you record your conference calls where you yell at your salespeople?
I have thousands of hours of that.
Can you please play 1 minute of one of them where you're yelling at them, please?
Why? It's the same thing I do. It
would just tickle my heart, dude, to hear you yell at them.
You're getting the first-hand view right here, right now, with you. Why do you need his?
Yeah, I say you're being a bitch. Why is your pussy so dry? Go to the gym and fucking do the work that you're supposed to do. What are you doing?
You like projecting on me, skinny fuck?
You're doing the same bitch activity that these loser broke failures do when they can't. They're not hungry. They don't want nothing. They got no vision. They're just. I'm just gonna say the same as I am now and do nothing and be nothing.
But Timmy, I smoked weed this morning and masturbated. I don't know if I can get out of the car and do what I need to do without screaming and yelling.
I'm like, me too. And I'm like on the phone, like, oh, motherfucker. I'm like doing the broadcast and like getting.
You masturbate on the phone while doing the broadcast, smoking weed, and then tell them stop complaining.
And people been.
You slap 3 Filipino workers around while fucking.
And why don't you have 3 Filipino workers? Like, who's the dumbass? Like, me or you? See, you don't even understand the dynamics that like $3 fucking an hour is great. They love it. I'm serious.
Do you have a whip? Do you have a whip?
All right, seriously,
seriously,
you're not helping yourself with that characterization of being a Jew Italian. You're really not.
Let me finish.
Guys, 3 hours is great where you come from. Timmy's got the money counter going.
Rent is like $50 a month over here, so it's like $3 an hour. Like
$3 an hour, fine.
Most professionals make $3 an hour in most places in the world. You go to Eastern Europe, motherfuckers make $300 a month as a bank.
Oh man, attendant. You wonder how the Jews took over this whole world? It's with great logic like this.
What do you want me to do? They do a good job. They do better jobs than guys like Brian O'Shea that want $35 an hour for data entry. These fucking guys will fucking 10 of them can do the same job that fucking O'Shea is gonna do. It's amazing. I'm about to find that poker guy, call him up, and say, "Fuck O'Shea, he's a lazy piece of shit." I'm gonna get
Lupa, get back on the phone. There's $3 in this for you.
O'Shea, I'm gonna teach you a fucking
lesson. Just build a boat dock out back.
Yeah, I'm gonna teach you a fucking lesson. I'm gonna get in touch with that fucking guy, and I'm gonna tell him you're a lazy piece of shit, loser, failure, and I'm gonna steal the job from you. How about that?
Imagine you get one of your Filipinos to steal Brian O'Shea's stage time for $3 an hour. He somehow becomes a star comedian.
Dude,
he's on Bobby Lee's podcast. Star Filipino comedian.
I'm just finding who won $1 million in the past few days in Vegas. You're gonna lose, O'Shea.
They've all won millions. Every single payday on it's $1 million plus.
Started Filipino Idol. We're finding the next Philippine Idol. Brian O'Shea's not going to be part of the performance.
I'm gonna find that guy $1 million.
Jimmy just spent $30 and put a whole broadcast together. He's got 50 participants for Philippines Next Top Model and Philippines Next
Tony,
Idol.
Man. We got Bodyguard A New Beginning Tony, or you got that covered.
Snafu, get the crew on it, man. Scour the internet with your Zebra
Tech.
AI. Yeah, and then find out the guy who's hiring O'Shea.
I mean, let me just say this. I will say this. It is rather interesting, although Snafu will just latch right onto it and run with it into a hole and undo himself. It's not coincidental that she put the red, black, and white background up with the zebra on there after he's been talking about the zebra technology. And, it's not coincidental, right? They're using certain color schemes and certain symbolism to communicate ideas or to trigger snafu, because they're not actually doing that, right? And this is what he forgets, that part, that they might purposely be putting that shit up knowing what we're going to think it is and then try to call it out so they can make you look stupid, because they're not doing that. See?
Could be.
Yeah, they're playing on his weakness. Either they're doing it and just communicating it to everyone, or wanting in with the people who are doing it by communicating that way, or they're just triggering and playing off of people knowing you're going to talk about them and promote them indirectly.
O'Shea, what's that guy's name?
OTW, what's up, bro? I got to get on my shit. I'm 10 minutes late already.
You're such a fucking moron, dude. Go look it up. Triton Pokers. Tell me the payouts. Tell me how many people have won $1 million. How many people have won $1 million in Triton Poker? Just Google that. How many millions of dollars have gone out this week in Triton Poker? Put that
again, but this is still you deflecting. Like, if you were a motherfucker, you would just tell me his name, because you would be so sure that there's no way that anybody else could do what you do. But he just feels pity for you, so he's just gonna hire you, right?
O'Shea, are you mad at me now? Are you gonna come over and talk with me today?
Yeah, but not for long, because I got work to do.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wink, wink.
No, I'm just saying, dude. I spent 4 hours on your thing, and then it's like, well, you didn't work. It's like, dude.
Well, no one
fuck
told you to
off,
be
dude.
here on this horrible broadcast that I had to make once again.
That's the thing. It's like I show up here at 9 a.m. and then I'm on your thing at 1 p.m.
Right, what the fuck, bro? You should be at my shit on lunch break. You got like an hour or two at me lunch break, and then you're back at it. You shouldn't be here and then at Talcott's and everywhere else. I know what you're up to.
Disrespectful to OTW. He's got nothing without me over here.
He's got nothing with you here. I mean,
I'll give you guys some business game. Like this, just what just played out is how like Mark Zuckerberg, the little like actually wins and just like rules slaves' lives. Is like O'Shea drops the ball completely, and then a guy like me will just like create an entire business out of the idea O'Shea gave me, and he's gonna walk away with nothing because he's an idiot. Like now I'm gonna email every person that's ever won this event, and
now you got another creature who's apparently talking shit about me half the time, using me for my airways, pretending like he's pretending like he's under the banner of Unslavia, then saying broke bad for life. What's with all that? What's up with the bitterness, hating?
Can't we celebrate Flow State is dealing with the strike?
Well, that's the thing. Is I wanted to. No, now I'm mod godding you. See how quick it was slide back was. We were so good together. People were hating us together. They were saying, "Why is Paulie letting Snafu have so much airtime and airwaves? We wish we had that." You had so many benefits and privileges with me, and you threw it all away again just to have bitterness and hate on me when you thought no one was listening.
I'm not doing it like Hank and shit. Like
no. And then you insulted me double time because I showed up at your hole with 8 people watching to show good faith, and you talked to me nicely. And as soon as I left, you went back to making narratives about me, saying I'm only on YouTube for a gig. Excuse me. Well, I'm the guy who's been arrested over and over again for living how I live and bringing that information on here. I've also had my livelihood interfered with. I've also been mischaracterized and defamed. I've also been put on various watch lists. Fuck slave. So how dare you have the nerve to come on here and tell me I'm just on here for gigs and bits and to be an entertainer? No, that's an extra thing I do on here to keep you watching and listening. Did you forget?
I guess now they mention it, you have kind of
now that I kind of fucking brought you back to reality and what we've experienced. Right. Now that we remember, wait, Paulie's the one more active in many venues than the ones talking. Maybe we just kind of
saying snafu lies and things like that, which
I don't appreciate you, just like others don't appreciate you making false narratives about people so you can feel better in your life and your horrible broadcast, okay? So get your fucking act together. If you're going to tell the story, be accurate. If not, you make yourself look like a fool. It doesn't bother me. I'm getting you right now. Because, see, you can't affect my reputation because no one watches and listens to you. So understand the inherent hierarchy of power and value and how it works. And no, it's not pogo related. It's right here. It's right here. It's down between my legs. Get it? You need to align with the same thing.
You know what? All I know is it's celebration because host date.
Don't deflect. Apologize to yourself in front of me for insulting me and making false narratives. And if you could, trying to destroy my reputation, but nobody was listening.
No, you know what? I stand by what I said. You call me a liar.
Go fuck yourself then, if you're going to stand by what you said that's wrong and makes you look non-credible. And I didn't call you a liar. So why'd you run from the back? Get the fuck back up here and let's address the lie about me calling you a liar. You took a narrative and ran with it. What I said was you jump out the window too quick, too often, and you make statements that can't be proved. So indirectly, it could be perceived by others as you lying, dummy. I didn't say you were inherently lying. I said it could be perceived that way because of the claims you make extra instead of just sticking to what's shown and what's known already. You do too much and it leads to too little on the back end. Once again, me getting you right because you can't figure out what to do, when, why, and how for your own good. for the good of the children. You want people to listen to you and care about the pedo pogo optics? Stop jumping way out the window and lying on everybody if you're going to be taken seriously as a journalist or a reporter. I'm going to start my shit up, man.
I'll see you over there, Paul. That escalated quickly.
Who's your daddy?
Your daddy's dead.
That is true. But he's alive as well.
No, he killed himself.
I mean soul, sir. I mean the soul.
How long before you got to end your stream, OTW?
OTW.
Hey, Timmy,
yeah.
I could show you, I could tell you what exactly what my job is, and we could have our own Discord channel, and you could tell your people, like we could do it without involving the boss man, right? Or that was what you said earlier. Well, we got to agree on the terms of the price. But I could show you exactly what I'm doing, and then say, you send me an hour's worth of work, right? And then we say, okay, you'd be like, here's an hour's worth of work, O'Shea. Like I have all these hand histories ready to send to this guy. This is an hour's worth of work, you'd say, right? And then then we negotiate the price. You do the first hour, like an internship, the first hour to say that you can produce. And then we say, for every hour, we negotiate the price.
Look, man, private contracts are private contracts. Well, your contract with him is none of my business. If you want to have me to help you optimize your work, then we can figure it out. Yeah, I can send you a fucking sample. Sure.
Because what could happen is I could just do TaskRabbit and then just have a steady stream of income from your Filipinos getting raped. You're going to take their cut. But fucking, what the fuck? Why not, dude? Capitalism, I guess.
You concern yourself with what you do, and I'll concern myself with what I do.
You're saying you don't want to do business together anymore?
I mean, now I'm going to give you worse terms because working with you is like playing Russian roulette with like 3 bullets in there. Like this relationship, whatever this is like every day. It's like I'm just like and just like going like this, and wondering what it's going to be. Not on my head, just like on this, whatever this is.
Did you Google who won $1 million? What did you come up with when you were Googling to try to find that?
Yeah, I'm already like scraping like the whole Discord. Like I have I'm like, well, I don't have every name yet, but like I'm generating the usernames of like all the people in the Discord.
No, just Google Triton Poker winnings this week.
Yeah,
tell me what comes up.
It didn't come up right away.
Yeah, there's nothing to do with Discord. Like it's Triton Poker. It's on YouTube. They live stream it all day, every day.
Oh, I thought he was in that group. Okay.
So you could go on YouTube and they're going to be streaming Triton Poker all day. They play for millions. Literally every single day, they're playing for millions of dollars.
Yeah. I don't know. I just put Triton Poker winnings this week, and I see event results from Triton Poker.
Okay, what were the payouts? What did first place win?
These are okay, here we go. Event results. Oh, here we go. These are it's showing 2016.
Pull up 2024. It's in Jeju. It's in Korea.
Yeah, South Korea, man. I wanted to go there before. It's weird.
Maybe you could go.
Yeah, I can go there. No, they're not showing this year, man. I don't know what you're looking at.
Maybe you're going to become a professional poker player. That'd actually be good for you, you skinny, nerdy freak.
Dude, I would do that on the side for fun and then just go back to my life.
I wonder if I could just make a living off of playing all you guys poker all the time. Just like,
yeah,
Truth or Poker. scene.
That would be pretty cool. Yeah, you can just collect a rake, tell horrible jokes the whole time.
Fuck you, dude.
What? I mean, I'm being extremely.
Can you tell me how many millions someone won from a 2024 tournament, Mr. fucking data entry expert over here?
Are you looking at something that I can't see? Because their own shitty website brings up the results from 2016 to 2019. They're not
Jeju 2024 Triton Poker. You can't find any information on it.
First of all, you said just Google Triton Poker. Now I'm doing Jeju Triton. Cardplayer.com. Dan Smith. Is that his name? Elton Sang.
2024. What are the dates? What did they win?
Dan Smith wins 2024, 23 hours ago. 60. I don't know. There's a lot of results here, man.
Is any in the millions?
All right. I got you. I don't know. These idiots just don't have a fucking list. What the fuck do you want from me? I have to read them.
Oh my god, you're fired.
Oh, Dan Smith. This looks like your friend. This looks like somebody you would be friends with.
Email him. Say, I know Brian O'Shea. I want his job.
Is this him?
Just email him. Take a shot. Take a shot.
I'm going to find this list, and I'm going to email every one of the winners and say, hey, would you like a automated system that counts all of the, tracks all of the hands of all your competitors? They're all going to be like,
no, seriously, bro. If you come up with a system, these guys will be in on it. If it's legal for them, as long as it's doesn't break any
I know.
Terms and conditions or whatever they got going on.
Do you want to get in on this or not? Because I don't really need you at this point.
Well, good. Just start a business from it. Do whatever, dude. I'm happy for you. Then maybe you'll get into poker.
Yeah, no.
You seriously would be good at poker.
I want to be honorable and give you something. But if you're going to be a douchebag, then what am I supposed to do?
Well, dude, first you got to at least be able to pull up one winning that's over $1 million, or you're just incompetent, dude. What are you doing over there? Can you pull up one person's name who won over $1 million this week? If you can't, then dude, I don't even want to talk to you.
Yeah, you're such a dick. All right. Dan Smith won. Dan Smith won fucking 1.3 million. What do you want from me?
Boom.
I already said Dan Smith.
Boom. Was it
Dan
that hard?
Smith. I already
Jesus
said Dan
fucking
Smith.
Christ. You didn't say the winning amount?
Now I'm seeing the winning amounts. David Coleman, 900.
How much did he win? That's close to $1 million. Maybe it's him.
So it's one of these two guys.
Hey, Brian,
Dude,
how many people play?
They win millions every day, you loser. $1 million is a low winning thing. They win $1 million for third place, fourth place. First place wins like 3-4 million. Shut up, Pineal.
How many people play in a given tournament?
Which tournament? Where? When? How? What fucking tournament are you talking about? There's many tournaments all over at all times, every day, everywhere. Poker sites, online, live.
The one you were mentioning, the one you were referring to.
How many tournaments? What is your question? How many tournaments are there?
The one that Dan Smith, for instance.
Oh, here we go. I got a bigger one.
1,000 people.
I think a few hundred maybe or less. Somewhere from 50 to 200, depending on the buy-in.
Elton
So
Sang.
those would be your odds, is what you're saying.
All right, Pineal, please. Biao Dang 2.8, Mike Watson 1.8, Liang Shu 1.5. Now these are the heavy hitters. The Chinese, the heavy hitters. These guys are off. I'm about to start playing this too. What's a buy-in?
Could be anywhere from 15,000 to 150,000.
Nice.
So
all right, I found every day. I see the list every day, so I can do this pretty easily.
So start emailing them and try to steal my job.
No, I mean I'd rather just work. Can we just work together? That'd be easier for me.
Yeah, set it all up, and I'll tell these guys, hey man, this freak Jew has got this Filipino operation.
Where's your setup? You gotta show me the thing. Show me the platform. Starts.
If you download, I'll tell you exactly what it is. You download the Triton Poker app.
Yeah.
And then you go to the Jeju, and I want you to start with the European players, but we want all the players. And then you're going to go to when you click on a person's name, it's going to show a graph of their hands in the tournament. If you click on points in the graph, it'll show the hand. But the hands we're interested in are the hands that you could see that went to showdown. So it'd be all streets of betting at the river. We don't want the all in. We want complicated hands that we can learn something from, not normal spots where it's just whatever. It doesn't matter that we put in the database. We want stuff that like is meaningful to what we're looking for. So you kind of want hands that went to the river, that, you know, where the hand was shown, so that, you know, it's all about the data collection.
Right, because then you can really get the edge because you can start to see a trend about how a guy plays, right?
Yeah. So you compile the database. So it's because they do this already online. They have a vast database because they have all this software. When you're playing online, it's obviously way easier. And obviously they're trying to do it incorporated into a live setting. But these guys are mathematical wizards. There's a book called The Mathematics of Poker, and like these guys use all this probability. They have these sims. They use they call it the artificial overlord or whatever. They have these poker simulators, just like chess simulators. So they'll look at what what the simulator says, as opposed to like what they're thinking, and they compare them, and they, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've seen the chess ones. They're pretty crazy on chess.com.
Yeah, and then they have like, there's like scammers that use like real time simulators while they're playing online poker. So they'll use the computer help, and which is like a no. So people are like, that's why online's real sketchy right now. They got bots. Maybe you want to get into the illegal bot world where they showed you could. So what they do is they showed a room. They showed a room that had all these cell phones, right? And the cell phones are just bots playing, like basically printing money all day. They type in a certain strategy, like a simple winning strategy, and they use it at the lower stakes though. That's for like lower stakes. That bot wouldn't work at the higher stakes. You know what I mean?
I heard they got cops, bots, bots.
Stop sharing my secrets, man. Those are my warehouses. Please.
That's what he's yelling at these people about.
Yeah, I'm like muting myself. Hey, shut the fuck up back there. Get back to work.
Have you ever lashed a Filipino with a whip on his back, on his bare back?
A Filipino? No, I don't believe so.
Asian? Yes. Filipino?
I cannot answer that. I plead the fifth.
Are Filipinos Asians? Aren't they like Asian and Hispanic?
You know, it's funny because I see a lot of Peruvian and Colombian bitches, and they look very similar to Asians. It's very confusing. They like have the slanty eyes. That's so weird. Something happened. Like the Chinese went over, and our Mexicans like they stayed there. It's something weird going on with that. I don't know.
Oh, the Spaniards. That's why I'm dark Irish. The Spaniards fucked all the Irish bitches. They call me Black Irish.
What's up with the Asian hate, man?
Oh, Asians are great in some respects. Horrible.
Yeah, they're very docile and very good for slavery and jobs online.
I'm sensing some.
Hey man, dude, these motherfuckers work. Dude, have you ever talked to any of them? Like, yo, the $5 per hour Filipinos, dude, they work harder than most Americans I know. So it's like, dude, and I'm telling you, their rent is $50 a month for like reasonable accommodations. It's like they laugh at the Americans. They fucking laugh, and it's only going to get worse. The way the Americans are just getting lazier and lazier, and automation is just taking their jobs, and Filipinos are just laughing their way to their bank and some food.
Filipinos are gonna be fucking their bitches soon.
Maybe.
All right, boys, it's been fun. I'll see you later.
All right, later, bro. So Lee is sharp down there saying that O'Shea is probably inflating that 35 number. It's probably more like 15. So I gotta keep that in mind. The art of the deal. What was the book name? The Paul came up with the book name. What was that The Art of the Slave or something?
Something like that. I can't remember.
It'd be a really funny book. It's just like the complete. It's like if like we can just write it like Talcott would write it, and then just like put his name on it. Should like the complete opposite advice.
Or Lou Bass's book, The Fart of the Meal. The Fart from the Meal.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would read that.
No.
Art of the Fool, was that it, Red?
Yeah, I think that would be a good gig for Verily, Damsel. I could see that. That'd be a good deal. Art of the Fool. There you go. Yeah, I think it's possible that the quote unquote Asian population is a lot more upgraded with the nano stuff, the
Dude,
technology
look,
stuff.
from one, like, I say this as your brother, like, yo, you
I
gotta,
know. Get out of the
I
conspiracy
suggest you
land to
look
get
at the positive sides. Like, yo, go and look up, like, if you want to see some funny stuff, or like, and also geopolitical, like, go and look how the Chinese, or like how they work. Like, those motherfuckers work hard. So like,
Oh,
yo,
for
just
sure. That's why I'm
take
saying I
that.
think it's
And I know.